Hello, everybody, and welcome here inside of Michigan International Speedway in the Irish Hills of Michigan. Up toward the border of Michigan and Illinois, it is the Chippewa 150 from MIS. As we get ready to round out what has been an incredible season of Maverik E-Truck Series action, or incredible regular season of Maverik E-Truck Series action, we are so glad to welcome you here for the regular season finale of Season 2 of the Maverik E-Truck Series. Well, this is actually the first time the Truck Series has ever raced at MIS, and if the Cup race from last season is anything to go off of, this should be an incredible show here as we get ready to crown the Season 1 or the Season 2 regular season champion. That has already been decided a couple of weeks ago. However, the trophy will be formally handed out today. Of course, we'll go through that in our driver spotlight here in just a moment. But with that being said, speaking of, let's head down to the grid for your Hankook driver spotlight. And who else would it be but Matt Champion, who is currently one of 3 drivers trying to fight for that for the last 2 transfer spots in Overdrive. Although with Luca not showing up, he might just walk away. Although I honestly don't know about the standings, considering that Shoot Miss Kill did end up rejoining the league. So we are going to have to try and figure that out after the race. But either way, the 5 bonus points does help a lot in terms of getting one of those last transfer spots. He will nab his 3rd pole of the season, and he'll be starting on the inside row. But will that help him, or will it hurt him on the opening corner? Next one up in our driver spotlight, obviously, we got to mention Kane. Full-time in the Cup Series, however, he has spent quite a bit of time in the Truck Series due to some due to some conflicts between us and NAPRA. He surprisingly did not qualify on pole, but he did come pretty close. That Mopar Ram is going to be starting on the outside row of row 1 today. And then finally, going to be taking a look at your last one in your driver spotlight. I promise I'm not doing this because I'm lazy. It's just that these 3 drivers just happen to be the ones that I was having my eye on. Your regular season champion, it is Marcel. He locked up the championship, or the regular season championship, and the #1 seed in Overdrive weeks ago. Coming into this race, he is sitting at 600 points in the championship. Impartial Immortalis, who is going to be right now your rookie of the year, or basically your rookie of the regular season, was only sitting at 335. So safe to say Marcel is locked in. But with that being said, as we get ready to go for the final round of the regular season, let's take a look, or let's head down to the grid for your national anthem. And because we are in Michigan, as is tradition, it'll be dual anthems today, so we ask you please rise and remove head cover for the playing of O Canada. As soon as I can find the bot channel. There we go. Oh. Or not, because this is being stupid. Sorry, guys, hold on. We are having technical difficulties. Okay, please rise and remove head cover for the dual anthems, including starting out with the playing of O Canada. please remain standing for the playing of the United States national anthem. Drivers, start your engines. And we have 7 drivers on the field here for today's race. It is the Chippewa 150 from Michigan International Speedway, the regular season finale in the Maverik e-Truck Series, what has been an incredible regular season here in Season 2. Let's take a look at your starting lineup presented by Ionity, the official EV charging station of the Electric Racing Tour. Starting out with row 1, it is Matt Champion alongside Kane v. Me in row 1. Row 2, you have Marcel, your regular season champion, and Dancy in the number 52, also known as Daniel. Row 3, you have Lukey alongside Doc. Luke finally deciding to show up for a race for once. And then rounding out in row 4 on the inside row is Impartial American. He is only last because he wasn't able to make it for qualifying, so that is the only reason why he is at the back. The same thing applies to Doc as well. Drivers are all ready to go. It is going to be 40 laps, a bit of a prelude to the 80 lap feature today in the Cup Series. Both at the drivers, the only thing we have on our mind, drivers, are you ready? And it's been an incredible season. We are so glad that we have been able to share this regular season with you from start to finish on Perez Sports Network. And as we get ready to head into Championship Overdrive to crown the second ever Truck Series champion, it all comes down to this: 2 drivers battling for a little bit of extra seating in the Championship Overdrive. With that being said, 40 laps, all get ready to start here, and countdown will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Green flag in the air from Michigan International Speedway for the final time of the regular season. And already 3 wide for second place, Daniel, Kane, and Marcel. They are all kind of jumbled around into the opening corner. And as they go into the exit of turn 2, we are a little bit concerned about that because we know that the trucks tend to lock up. The Cup cars are doing the same thing too, maybe a little bit worse with the Cup cars. But Kane is having some serious issues. He's dropping like a hot stone. Something's wrong with that number 93 truck. Either he had a lag spike or he's just trying to make it a little bit more fair for the other drivers. Either way, we saw him at Motorsport Arena Oschersleben last weekend in the Cup Series. He had a horrible start to the race, but was able to claw his way back. Let's see if we can do that here in the Truck Series. It'll be a lot easier of a task to do here at Michigan. Daniel is into the wall. Lukey's going to go to the outside. He's going to look for an opportunity to take a pass. And he's going to get a bump draft off of Kane. We were going to go on board there, but we got contact 3 wide toward the back as Impartial goes to the bottom. He's going to get a pass on Doc. Impartial is one of those drivers who's locked up his seating in the Championship Overdrive. We are going to mark those drivers that have advanced into Overdrive That, of course, is going to be Impartial and Marcel. Those two drivers have locked up their seating. Everything else is up for grabs. We have a battle for the lead here. By the way, that is Marcel. He's going to look to the back bumper of the 12. Going into the corner. They both drive it in too deep. Marcel's going to lose a little bit of ground. Matt is going to keep a hold. We got trouble. Contact in the back. Impartial's going to go into the wall. He's going to keep it going, though. Still green here in Michigan. And it was 3 wide for a split second. Either that or I might just be on crack, as Luke, Doc, and Kane were battling there for a little bit. Kane's having some trouble. Doc is into the wall. Impartial with the 2-for-1 special. 3-for-1 special. They go into the wall in the back straightaway. And it's also side by side. Cannot neglect that battle for the lead. This racing is actually a little bit more... Ooh. Guys, try to keep it off the wall. I'm not quite sure. I know the cup cars are full. Oh, trouble with Lukey. He's going to save it. Oh, the 23. Okay, 93, 93, 93. Come up, come up. I know you're pushed into the grass there, so I'm not going to go too harsh on you, but okay, 23. 93, do not kill the field. So 23, I'm going to give you a verbal. That's like the second time in one corner that you forced him into the grass. So that's a verbal warning to the 23. And also keep it impartial. You're not slick. Keep it off the wall. You're also being tagged. I don't understand hashtags. So right now, Matt is currently your leader. He has led all 5 laps up to this point. We are currently sitting at 35 laps to go in the Chippewa 150. And every time I think of trucks and Michigan in the same sentence, I think back to the 2012 NASCAR Camping World Truck Series race where Todd Bodine wrecked his truck so badly the back end was smashed in. And it would look so bad that Michael Waltrip even said over Speed Channel it didn't even look like a truck. That's everything I think of when I think of the Truck Series at Michigan. Let's see if we see a wreck so bad that it ends up like that. And we got a potential battle. Marcel, he's got the draft off the 12. This track is going to, you know what? Everyone in the electric racing tour always says, why don't we go to Talladega? Why don't we go to Daytona? Well, why would we when we have Michigan that's producing races like this? The 26 to the back bumper. We also saw the 93 get himself into the mix as well. Here comes Kane moving down to the bottom. He's going to try to get the advantage on Marcel. He's going to get second place. Hasn't quite cleared Marcel just yet. And it's a pretty clean pass there by Kane, all things considered. But now he's going to try to hunt down Matt. Technically a home race because this is up in Michigan, of course, with the dual anthems. Why do they do dual anthems? Brooklyn is nowhere near the border, so I don't really care. Or, sorry, I really don't know. That's what I meant to say. But back bumper, Marcel's trying to keep a hold of him. The 93 moved, while I was screwing up my words, the 93 moved to the top side, and they're going to drive it in a little deep there, so it might not be just turn 2. That's the issue there. Marcel keeps a hold of it in second place, has a little bit of help from the 93, gets a slingshot. He's going to try to go to the outside. He's going to move to the middle. 12 stays on the bottom. Here comes Kane giving them a push. 26 now back to the back bumper. They'll move down to the bottom of the racetrack up toward the yellow line. We also have a battle back there for about, I think, 4th place. Also a battle for 6th, potentially. We're keeping an eye, though, on this 3-way battle for the lead. Keep in mind, though, Daniel is trying to hold off Doc back there. That is a battle for 4th place. And in the process as well, Lukey's trying to hold off Impartial. Now, here comes the 93. He'll move to the bottom. He makes a very clean move on the 26 there. Nothing he could do to stop that run. But he's going to try to go for a bit of a switch back here, a slingshot potentially building up as we have 31 laps to go here in Michigan. Ooh, barely have gotten a break yet. This has been a great race by Truck Series standards. And I think the drivers so far might agree with me on that one. But we have a bit of a bump there by the 26. Not a bad bump at all. In fact, quite the opposite for Kane. But he's not able to take advantage. Kane still on the bottom. Gets a little bit of help from Marcel. This could be the first lead change of the day. And it's going to be. Kane is going to soar into the lead. And he's going to lead his first lap of the afternoon. 30 laps to go here in the Irish Hills of Michigan. And it's still a three-way. Oh, got trouble. Marcel to the back of Matt, and that could have gone horribly wrong. Marcel dropping like a hot stone, and now that's going to give way for Dancy and Doc to get into the mix here. And Doc is going to door slam Dancy going off the back straightaway. Still about for the lead here. Matt is still trying to get that lead back away from Kane. Let's take a look at your Ionity fastest lap, and right now that is what in the hell? That is going to Impartial Immortalis. He's currently leading with a 34.910. Imagine that. No disrespect to Impartial, but I'm not quite sure I believe that Red Bull truck has got the wings to be the fastest truck of the day. Oh, into the wall goes Doc. He fell victim to the corner exit glitch there. I don't know what's going on. We had this happen with the Cup cars last season. We're going to try a new chassis, though, next week. I'm going to get a hold of our token Canadian Maxwell and see if he can't help us out with that next season. By the way, as far as I'm aware, they do go below the line in real life. As long as you don't go below the yellow line, I could give less of a damn what you do. The grass or the yellow line, that's my limit. Just keep that in mind, and don't. However, if it does start causing accidents, just keep in mind we are going to do what we did at Southern Alberta, and we're just going to nix that. Battle for second between Marcel and Maxwell. This is one of the cleanest truck races we've ever had. And as soon as I say that, we saw a couple people kind of bump doors coming off that corner. And this is a four-way battle potentially for fourth place between Doc, oh, trouble! Lukey just got dumped! Oh, it's a one-truck accident. It's going to stay green. Lukey just got screwed by the 52. We're going to have to look back at the film there to see if there was... We did catch that on camera. So we're going to have to see if that was just, you know, if that was a case of just shit happens or if that was something more malicious. We got more trouble up there. Matt is starting to drop like a stone now. Oh, we got trouble into the wall, 26 and 12. And meanwhile, Kane is just laughing himself to the bank here as we come into lap number 15. Remember, guys, keep it off the grass. I could care less if you go below the white. Just keep it off the grass and keep it above the yellow line. Otherwise, I will do things to you that you will not like. Marcel does slot into second place. He's been battling Kane for that spot all day. Now he has to deal with Matt. Matt started on pole. Now he's dropped back to third place. That just, oh, got trouble. Big trouble. Up into the front of the pack is where most of the action has been, although we are still keeping a look as Impartial Immortalis has moved his way up into that fifth place spot. He was sixth on that last time loop. That wreck with Lukey, though, has gifted him a couple spots, but here comes Daniel. He'll look to the bottom of the racetrack. Impartial shuts the door on him going into two. A good block there by the 23. Joey Logano, take notes. And there it might actually, that might have benefited both the 52 and the 23, because now they're going to try to get that fourth place spot away from Doc. Doc has to defend two trucks at once. Daniel goes to the middle of the racetrack. He's going to take the position away. He just took two spots in one corner. And Impartial is coming down pit road. He'll be the first to pit. I completely forgot about battery being a factor. It seems like every single week I do. Impartial, you have the strategy of Ferrari, dude. I'm not gonna trust you. Or like, I feel like Mercedes had a bad strategy like 10 years ago. I can't remember. Like, people were laughing at them. And we got still just a whole bunch of mix-ups in the front of the pack. It's been a very clean but a very competitive race today. As Marcel, keep in mind, he is your points leader by almost 300 points. He still wants to get more and he still wants to get that third win. He only has 2 wins on the year, and he's looking for a third. Right now, he is still the winningest points-paying driver of the Truck Series so far. However, Kane has got a few wins, although he is on a part-time, quote-unquote, basis. Marcel looks to the bottom. He's going to have some help from Matt. Talk about perseverance. Matt has not given up. It's 3 wide. I got a screenshot of that. What a battle we are seeing for the lead between these three drivers. However, that battle for the top spot on the timing sheet has not wavered. In fact, Impartial actually made even more of a case for the fastest lap, as he just got the fastest sector 2 on that last lap. Oh, trouble, got contact in the tri-oval, and we got more people coming down into pit road. Daniel, Lukey, and Doc, I believe, are going to be coming down into pit road. I don't know. Roblox's texture stuff is so crap that I couldn't tell, but it was Doc, so I don't look like a complete idiot. So we have now 4 drivers that have pitted, 4 out of the 7. Daniel will beat this group off of pit road. The leaders, Matt, Kane, and Marcel, have yet to pit yet, but guys, please, for the love of Christ, do not merge back up into traffic. Okay, Doc's going to get up into speed in time, so... but with that, Matt is going to try to hold off. Now he's got to deal with lap traffic. This is about what we deal with in NR 2003 AI races, right? Lap traffic usually spells bad news on these pit cycles. By the way, we are past halfway. We are coming to 19 laps to go once... I was going to say once Matt crosses the line, but he's pitting. So is Marcel. Marcel got a tremendous entrance into pit road. No speeding stuff here in the ERT, at least not this season, although we're looking at some stuff for Season 6, but shh, you didn't hear that from me. So Matt is going to try to find that furthest stall, and whatever pit crew is working this stall today has had their work cut out for them, because a lot of cars have been serviced in that stall, but we already got one guy out of pit road. Or not out of pit road, out of his stall. Marcel is out of his stall. Matt is gonna not... Oh, Marcel's gonna win the race off pit road. And Kane has just entered pit road as well. So everybody has pit under green. Everybody has pit under green. And I think everybody that has pit after lap 21 is most likely going to make it to the end of the race, provided there's not a late race caution. We have a battle here between Lukey and Impartial. This is the battle for 6th place. These guys are racing for position. Lukey's going to get to the back bumper of the 23. He'll move down to the bottom of the racetrack. Remember, Impartial was kind of the first crack in the dam in terms of the green flag pit stops. I can't remember the last time we've had green flag pit stops in the freaking truck series. So that is absolutely impressive. Oh, the 23 got a little bit tight there in the corner exit. That might have killed the momentum. The 99 might have a little bit more to work with now. But now the question is, where's Kane going to come out in all this? And somehow Daniel has ended up in 2nd place. This is probably the highest we're going to see that 52 for a while. However, he has a legitimate shot. If he plays his cards right, he has a chance to contend for the race lead here. That is absolutely incredible for that number 52 team, and that's going to be valuable points as well. It's probably not going to put Dancy into the... Actually, it very well could. It could! If Daniel wins this race, he could. He could. Because Luca did not show up. A win grants you 60 points. Daniel has 145. So if he wins this race, he could potentially get that last transfer spot in overdrive. That is incredible. So he's gonna have to. He probably heard that, and he's like, "Oh crap! I should probably start chasing down Kane." So Kane has a chance to potentially spoil the 52's chances of making championship overdrive. And we're coming into the waning stages of this race, as we are currently sitting with 15 laps to go, if I can do quick math here. We do have a battle back there I see between Marcel and Doc. That is a battle for position, it looks like. I think. Yes, it is. I forgot Doc is on an alt account because of Roblox's stupid-ass age verification system. But that is a battle for 4th place. Marcel was contending for the lead earlier. That pit cycle really messed him up, though. He is now in the doldrums. He's up in the He's down in the basement with the gremlin at this point. Or with the vermin, I meant to say. I apologize. With the... yeah, he's just in the basement with the vermin here. Battling with Doc for frickin' 5th place. Or 4th place. But he could have a chance, though, because Matt is also kind of... he's in that draft radius here for the 39 and the 26. But this battle... I think instead of battling each other, they should probably try to feed off each other, try to bump draft each other, see if they can't get up to that 12 truck. But right now, Kane is still your leader. Daniel has closed that gap. He is in the draft. 13 laps to go here in Michigan. It's going to be all up to that number 52 car. He may be sponsored by Kit Kat, but there's no time for a break here. That 52 truck is going to have to try everything he can to get to that back bumper of that number 93 truck. This is going to be, we're going to take a look at your Kit Kat onboard camera with Daniel 1113. One of the couple of European drivers that are in the series. He's going to be the second, or the third, I think, European to win in the truck series this year. Something happened with Impartial. Oh, he's battling with Lukey. Oh, we got trouble. Dale Earnhardt, caution is out. First caution of the day. That just threw a wrench into everything. 23 of the 99 involved in a wreck in turn number 4. Oh, and I bet the 99 is fuming mad about that. And this just completely changed the complexion of this race. Can you believe it? Kane will cross the line. Daniel 2nd, Matt 3rd, Marcel 4th, Doc 5th, and it's going to be a battle between Impartial and Lukey for those final 2 spots. I'm not going to say the numbers, but we do know that that 6th place spot is going to be right there, and Impartial is going to get it. Pit road is open, although actually I don't blame you if you pit under green or if you pit under yellow right now, because there's some of you, there is no guarantee that you're going to make it to the end, because some of you pitted pretty late or pretty early before halfway. Not really much of a penalty for pitting under yellow if you're those final 3 cars. In fact, there might be more to gain than there will be to lose. Pit road is open. Lukey, Impartial, and Doc appear to be the only takers. Kane, Daniel, Matt, and Marcel are staying out to get that track position. And just keep in mind, guys, we know what the stakes are. We said this earlier, right? Doc is kind of safe, I guess, for showing up. He's pretty much, I think it's safe to say Doc is going to get that third, probably going to get that third. No, he's not going to get third. He's not guaranteed to get 3rd place, but I think he will make overdrive. I would definitely say Matthew. I think Matthew's going to be in good shape as well to make overdrive. However, there is a chance that Daniel, if he wins this race, Daniel could get himself into overdrive. So that's what the stakes are right now, with 11 laps to go, soon to be 8 laps to go with the 3-lap runoff. And Kane, you've won like 3 or 4 truck races. You can give Daniel a win, can't you? Well, right now, let's see what the pit cycle is going to be like here. Doc is the first one out of his stall. Luke, oh, the 23 jumped, although he's going to be coming out last anyway, so I'm not going to penalize him for that because there's really no point because he's going to be starting last. Kane, no, you got enough trophies. You're running out of space in the trophy case. You might have to sell some of those trophies on eBay. Is eBay even still around? I feel like everybody forgets that eBay even exists because of Amazon. All right. This is NASCAR take notes, right? This is, you don't need stages for drama. This is wow. Daniel with an opportunity to get himself into overdrive with a win. No pressure to the 52, but he's going to need a good restart here. Let me change laps real quick, guys. We'll be restarting with 8 laps to go. Daniel looking for his first career win in the Electric Racing Tour, and it could be the most important win of his entire road racing career up to this point. Let's double check that everybody is ready to go. 8 laps to go. We started with 7. We're still at 7. We had a couple people that were worried about the race being a little chaotic. It's been pretty good. This has been one of the best truck races, in my opinion, that we've ever had. And the countdown will begin in 3, 2, 1. Green flag back in the air in Michigan. As all the inside line with a terrible restart, Daniel is going to jump out to the lead. Marcel in second. And then Lukey, of all people, is in third. The driver out of Czechia is going to try to get his first career win, but no, he's going to drop like a hot stone. Here comes Kane. He's going to get into third place. There was contact between Matt and Doc. And Marcel to the back bumper of the 52. I do believe these two are brothers, if I'm not mistaken. I keep mistaking Marcel and Matt for sure. But Daniel has to hold on. 7 laps to go. My blood pressure is through. Oh, he's going to make a mistake. No, we got trouble. We got trouble. Kane is into the grass. Kane, come up. Okay, Kane, that's a 1 out of 3. That is a 1 out of 3. I'm sorry. I mean, I appreciate that he gave back the spots, but by the way, look who's into the lead. It's Lukey. We could have a first-time winner on our hands in the truck series. Either it's Daniel or it's Lukey, as long as Kane doesn't spoil the party. Daniel just has to play his cards right. It's 2 by 2. This is a super speedway race at this point. Daniel goes to the outside. He's going to get knocked out by the 99. Oh, we got trouble. Oh, I'm going to say green. One of them did not keep it going. That might not have been a good call in retrospect. There were like 3 trucks that were... Oh, and Daniel has to try to continue to be patient here because there's no guarantee. Oh, something's wrong with Doc. Something's wrong with Doc. Caution is out. That might have been a bad call too, to be honest. He's off the racing surface. That might not have been the right call. Well, crap. I promise I'm not out to screw anybody over. Kane, what do you think? You got a 1 out of 3. You could literally cut all of turns 1 and 2. You were in the grass, dude. That was like as blatant as you can get. Yeah, but Kane, you're expected to come back up, dude. Like, I know you were wrecked, but you stayed on the grass the entire fucking corner. So I don't know what's going on with Doc, but that's what the yellow is for, although that might not have been the right call in retrospect. If he said that in chat. Oh, no, I am not gonna hear the end of this. I am not gonna hear the end of this. Okay. Well, we have an overtime finish coming up. Oh, no. So Dancy might have just gotten bailed out, frankly, and so did Lukey. but not intentionally. 2 laps to go. This is going to be our first attempt at overtime. Are we ready to go? Oh boy. Yeah, Marcel, you say that all the time. Oh, Doc is back. Doc, are you ready to go? All right, let's do it. First overtime attempt here in Michigan. What has been a fantastic race up to this point. Could see a fantastic finish. Countdown is going to begin in 3, 2, 1. Green flag back of the air in Michigan in the 12. Ooh, I would have argued Kane, get off the grass, dude. It is not the last lap, by the way. Okay, Kane. We might have to look at that after the race and let Matt, for the love of God, please pass him so I don't have to. Please pass him so I don't have to take away a win. Or potentially. I'm not saying that it will, but we do have a little bit of a battle, though. 1 lap to go, presented by Hankook. Could be the last gasp of this one. This could be a finish for the ages. Down into turn 2. Matt bides his time. He's going to push the 93. That might have just given him more of a boot. Lukey, what the hell was that? I saw him passing the grass. Oh, could be trouble. And here comes Marcel. 93 going to close the door. Could be an opportunity coming down into the tri-oval. And it's going to be Kane unofficially getting the win. And we got trouble. Doc hard into the wall. They wreck across the line. That restart is under review, by the way. Kane is unofficially your winner, though. Yeah, Marcel, don't worry. We will take care of it. What a way to end this race, the first race ever in the Truck Series here at Michigan. Well, the 99 for sure is going to get the 1 out of 3. Oh, never mind. Actually, on second thought, I am going to rescind the 99's 1 out of 3. So, Lukey, you're not going to get a 1 out of 3. I apologize. I look back at the film there. This is why we live stream our races. I'm just looking back at that last thing with Kane. Okay, yeah. So, I don't know, chat. It looks... You can make the argument, because I know that when you get started on these, that, like, the truck doesn't like to turn. Oh, yeah, Impartial, you got the 5 bonus points, by the way. Congratulations. So that is 5 bonus points there to Impartial, which further cements his second place seating in Overdrive. And he becomes the rookie of the regular season. We're still looking back. I'm trying to, like, every possible argument you can make, right? And then again, if there's a shred of doubt, right, then you don't make the call. That's pretty obvious. I could see that the 12 kind of bounced off of him, but you can also make the case that the 93 should have come up a lot sooner. It's damned if you do, damned if you don't, honestly. But I'm going to give it, I'm going to call it there. Kane is going to be your race winner. Kane is officially your race winner. So with that being said, that is probably going to be a very controversial call there, but Kane is going to be your race winner. He got pushed into the grass by the 12. You could argue, you could literally argue either way, really, in my opinion. I'm going to need Marcel to come to victory lane as well in front of the stage, so we can take the picture in front of the trophy. But with that being said, picture is going to be taken. Well, Impartial, you got points for Shark Motor Club. Kane didn't. And so with that, this race was for you, Roman. And we're going to get the picture taken here in 3, 2. Oh, hold on. What was Impartial saying? Yeah, that is fair, but you were the only one that got points out of it, though. Picture will be taken in 3, 2, 1. Picture. And with that, the winner of the inaugural Chippewa 150 goes to Kane. How many truck races has he won at new tracks for the Truck Series? God only knows. And now, the man of the hour, Marcel, is your Season 2 regular season champion in the Maverik E-Truck Series. And he is burning it down on the start-finish line. He'll come to victory lane. And just like what we saw at Vegas last season, this is the trophy that we give to our winners of the Maverik E-Truck Series regular season championship. That is the highest placed driver at the end of the regular season. Of course, Marcel will be your #1 seed heading into overdrive. He's also going to have a little bit of an advantage as well, because he's going to be coming in at 2 wins and 2 poles. We'll have those bonus points calculated for you later on today. With that being said, we're going to ask Marcel to position himself here. And we ask all non-essential personnel to please clear the victory lane as we get a picture. Is there confetti there? No, there is not. So we're going to go here. A picture will be taken here in 3, 2... Oh, hold on. I fucked up. Picture will be taken here in 3, 2. Frigid, please get out of the way. Or not. Completely ignore my advice. That works too. Actually, you know what? I can just invis. Someone can invis him, can't they? Hold on, Marcel. There we go. That's better. All right. Sorry, Marcel. And an RIP number 8 for Roman as well. But with that being said, picture has been taken. And what a race, guys. I mean, whether or not you think it was the best race that we've had in the Truck Series in a long time, it was definitely an instant classic. And oh man, there's just something about truck racing at Michigan that always seems to put on a pretty good show. And I don't know why we didn't race here last year. We hope that the Cup race will go just as good, if not better. But with that being said, we thank you so much for tuning in here to today's running of the Chippewa 150. Coming up later on this afternoon, coming up in about 2 hours or so, we will have the Michigan 200 as the Hankook E-Cup Series. He's also dedicating the win to Denny Hamlin as well. Well, the Hankook E-Cup Series will take on Michigan International Speedway for the second annual Michigan 200 here at Michigan International Speedway. But from the Irish Hills of Michigan, we thank you guys so much for tuning in. This has been the Maverik E-Truck Series on the Perez Sports Network, the best sports on the best network. Join us later on this afternoon for the Cup race, and then next week we kick off Overdrive with just give me 1 second. I'll give you guys the schedule there as we kick off Overdrive in the Truck Series with a race at Kentucky Speedway, the Roll Transport 150 at Kentucky Speedway for a 40-lap dash there. And then the Truck Series on August 30th will tackle Central Montana International Raceway following a off week. For the first time, the Big Sky 100 from Central Montana. The Cup Series has been racing there for a few years, but the Truck Series will have their first showing ever on that racetrack. But until next time, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This has been your head commentator, Nick the Rabbit, here with the Electric Racing Tour here on PSN. Always remember to stay charged, and until next time, and you know there'll be a next time, have a good one. Kane wins the Chippewa 150, and Marcel is your Season 2 regular season champion.